In the last episode, Ushio found out that his mother is still alive, so he went out with Tora to find out about her. In this episode, we see a monster that has wrapped itself around a plane, and the pilot is unable to control it. Just then, a picture of his daughter falls down, and he is sad because he will not be able to return home this time. After this, the plane crashes. In the next scene, we see Ushio and Tora who came to the airport to go to Hikaitu. Tora was very excited to see the plane. That's when Al-Suzwa begins to explain, Yuchan, that my jet and your father's almost crashed into each other. But it's not one's fault. And it happened because of a monster who had wrapped himself around the plane and it crashed. Ushio was listening attentively to Atsuzwa, but Yuchan doesn't believe his words because she thinks that Atsuzwa is lying, but Ushio believes Atsuzwa's words. So he asks Tora about this monster. Tora says maybe it is Fasuma who lives in the sky and sometimes comes on surface to kill humans. Tora says I have also fought with him before, but killing him is not that easy because biting, hitting, and lightning can do nothing to him. But a lot of fire is his weakness. Now Tora asks Ushio, will we find either of these in the sky? Ushio says nothing. Yuchan and Atsuzwa were also going on the same plane in which Ushio and Tora were traveling. But Yuchan considered Atsuzwa to be the murderer of his father. Now Ushio tries to talk to her, but as the plane departed, Yuchan started crying because she was missing her father. Ushio calms her down. Then Yuchen tells him that my father was the pilot of the plane that crashed a month ago and the plane that almost hit the fighter plane. Atsuzwa was flying it, who used to work under my father. That's why Yuchen considers Atsuzwa to be the murderer of her father. Then we see that Fasuma is coming towards the plane. Atsuzwa starts talking to Ushio. Atsuzwa tells him, that day I saw something in the sky. Though it did not show up on the radar, but when my fighter jet was about to crash with the plane, I saw a monster on it. Suddenly, this plane starts to wobble, and it turns out that Fasuma has arrived. Seeing this, Atsuzwa immediately goes to check on the pilot. Tora tells Ushio to handle the monster with the help of Beast Spear, but he doesn't has the spear right now. Then Tora reminds him and tells him to call the spear. Ushio calls the spear and immediately it comes to him. Yuchen was shocked, however, Ushio could not do anything because Fasuma was in the plane and had killed the pilot. So Atsuzwa tries to control the plane because he wanted to protect Yuchen and everyone. But the control system was not working and Fasuma injures Atsuzwa. Now Ushio asks Tora to go outside through the wall and beat Fasuma. But Tora refuses to do so. Now Ushio uses Beast Spear and Tora comes outside right before Fasuma and he recognizes him. He asks Tora, what are you doing here? But Tora attacks him with his fire. As a result, some of his body parts get destroyed. But seeing everything that's going on, passengers start panicking. Now Yuchen had also seen Tora and Fasuma, so she starts to believe that this monster has killed her father. Tora was trying to kill Fasuma, but none of his attacks had any effect on him. Now, Yuchen comes to check on Atsuzwa and gets worried seeing him injured. Atsuzwa requests backup and tells them that a monster has attacked the plane, so he needs an immediate backup of an armed fighter jet, but they do not detect anything on the radar, so they don't take any action. This worries Atsuzwa, but still, he doesn't want anything to happen to Yuchen. Ushio tells him that Fasuma can be killed with a lot of fire, but they do not have any resource for this. They need a missile here. Tora attacks Fasuma, but even its fire has no effect on him because Fasuma could not be killed with such a low fire. Now Tora gets angry at Ushio because he was not using Beast Spear, so he reminds him that the Beast Spear was made to kill yokai, so he can stab that monster. Ushio gets ready to use the Beast Spear. He asks Tora to use his lightning power while he attacks from below. After this, Tora attacks Fasuma and Ushio also gets ready, but Yuchan was enraged by her father's death, so she also wants to kill Fasuma. Seeing this, Ushio takes her with him. Now Tora attacks Fasuma with his lightning power, and Ushio also uses Beast Spear. Fasuma gets injured, and an unknown thing gets detected on radar. But Fasuma was still alive, and he attacks Tora. Nevertheless, the Air Force has left for help, and they immediately contact Alsuzwa. Now Atsuzwa tells him about Fasuma, which can only be killed by a lot of fire. So he asks the Air Force to attack with missiles, but the Air Force could not attack with missiles in these conditions. Now Tora asks Ushio to take him to the top of the plane because he wanted to kill Fasuma with his beast spear. Hearing this, Atsuzwa and Yuchan forbid him to do so, but he was left with no other option, so he comes to the top of the plane with Tora. Now both of them together attack Fasuma, but Fasuma captures them very easily. However, Ushio cuts off both its hands with Beast Spear, and Tora destroys both the legs with his fire. Fasuma falls off the plane, so the Air Force easily locks the target and attacks it with missiles, and their fierce fire starts destroying Fasuma. But he says that Beast Spear is out in the world, and it means that Hakuman is about to appear. However, Fasuma thinks he is fortunate because he does not want to meet Hakuma. Fasuma gets destroyed. Tora and Ushio are safe, and this makes Yuchan happy. But the landing gear was not working, so Ushio gets scared. Tora starts laughing. Ushio says, "You can do nothing. You can't lift up this plane?" This provokes Tora, and he gets ready to lift up the plane to prove himself. The plane lands safely because Tora, with his power, prevents it from crashing. But now Yuchan understood the cause of her father's death. She apologizes to Atsuzwa. After this, Ushio leaves with Tora. Yuchan says that we will meet again in the next scene, when a monster will be killing a lot of people. His name was Juru. His siblings wanted to stop him, but humans have stolen his house, so he hates them and kills them in anger. Now his siblings want to stop him because he is too dangerous for humans. However, the only one who can stop him is the one who is able to control the beast spear. Next day, Ushio loses the money that his father gave him, so he is upset and irritated. Now we see that two people were following him. Something tries to attack the girl, and Ushio thinks it is a whirlwind, but Tora tells him that it is actually a kamitachi. Just then, it tried to attack on Ushio. Seeing this, Ushio was about to attack with his beast spear, but a lady stops him and requests him to listen to her. Tora then tells Ushio that they were testing you to see if you could actually control the beast spear. Now they take Ushio and Tora to the deep mountains where they live. Now they reveal that they are actually ancient yokai, and people call them kamitachi. They force Ushio to kill their brother. Ushio gets angry because they want him to kill their own brother. Just then, Ushio sees the dead body of a villager. Then Raishin says that if we leave things as they are, more of your human brothers will be slain. Now, Kagari takes Tora because Raishin wants to talk to Ushio in private, but she thinks Tora is weak. Then Tora says, "I thought Kamitachi lived further south." Hearing this, Kagari gets angry and says that we were forced by humans, and that's the reason I hate humans. Here, Raishin tells Ushio that we Kamitachi work in threes. The first trips a human, the second cuts the human, and the third treats the wound. Now, Raishin says that this is how we protect our house. Apart from this, Kagari's medicine treats the wound immediately, but we have a rule: we cannot kill humans without any reason. If that happens, humans will destroy us. Juru has broken this rule, so he must pay with his life. Now Raishin requests Ushio to lend him the power of Beast Spear. On the other hand, Tora asks Kagari about her brother. Then Kagari says, "You cannot help this because you are scared of the Beast Spear." Now Tora gets angry, and Kagari also takes out her blade. Tora finds something wrong there, so he asks Kagari to stop, but she cuts his hand. Suddenly, Juru comes there and tells Raishin that "I am going to kill the humans." Now Raishin tries to remind him about the rule, but he doesn't give a damn. They had to leave their home because of humans. Juru also destroys the human form because he wants to tell humans who he is. Raishin asks him to stop at this, as this can put them in danger. But he was not worried about this. Just then, he felt the presence of a beast spear. So he understood that his siblings have taken human help and they can kill him now. Ushio angrily goes to kill Juru, but he injures him easily. Juru then goes to attack Ushio, but Tora attacks him and says that I'm the one who is going to eat him. After this, Tora goes to attack him, but he runs away from there. Now Tora asks Ushio to leave, but he is about to die. Tora gets worried, and that's when Kagri tells him that there is a way to save his life. Tora asks Raishin about this. Kagri tells him about her medicine because Kamitachi's injury can only be healed by her medicine. Kagri then uses her medicine and saves Ushio's life. However, he wants to stop Juru from killing humans. Just then, he sees Tora's hand and starts worrying about it. But Tora says, I just need to take it back. Ushio does the same. Seeing this, Tora asks, why are you so worried about me? Ushio says, it's because I am a human. After this, they go to the construction site because Juru went there to kill humans. But Ushio feels something wrong was with Juru. Kagri starts crying and says it is humans' fault that Juru ended up being like this. Before this, they used to live in a place named Haida, but humans were afraid of them, so they used to stay away from humans' territory. Back then, Juru was a kind and warm yokai who would hesitate even to cut off a human's pinky finger, and he always wanted to live there. But then, humans started construction and they went away. And wherever they used to go, the same thing happened with them. So they started hating humans. After this, Kagri says we may have to kill him, but my heart will always be with my brother. After this, all four come to the construction site. Kagri wanted to talk to Juru, but he was furious, so he tried to kill Ushio. Kagri and Raishin stop him, and Kagri explains to him that killing humans would not solve the problem. We can live somewhere else. But Juru says angrily that we will just be chased out again, and I have had enough now. Then Ushio attacks him with Beast Spear, but this time Juru couldn't face it, so he cuts the mountain and drops it on them. Tora and Ushio hold the mountain up, but Kagri and Raishin were stuck under the truck. Apart from this, gasoline was leaking, and if it ignites, it will explode. Now Ushio asks Tora to help them, but alone he was not able to help. Then Juru says that, are you trying to beg for mercy? Tora asks, do you really hate humans to this extent? Juru says, yes, I do, because they chased us out of our home. Then Ushio says, I am one of those humans that destroyed your home, so come and kill me. Now Juru goes to kill him. However, Tora stops him with the help of the stone and tells Ushio, the humans took his house, but why the hell should you get stabbed? Then Ushio says that I never thought about it before, but when a factory or anything else that's useful to us is built, we drive out everyone else who lived there. When I was a kid, the jungle gym was my special place and I loved it. But when few kids fell off it, they tore it down over safety concerns. So I hated them who took away something I loved. Now Ushio gets emotional and says sorry to Juru that he can't do anything to help him. That's when a group of construction workers come there and one of them throws the stone at Juru. Juru gets angry and the worker gets scared and the cigarette falls into the gasoline, due to which it catches fire. But Tora was unable to lift the truck alone, so Juru helps him. But the task was still difficult, so Ushio asks help from the construction workers. Many workers came to save the lives of Kagri and Raishin. Ushio promises Juru that I'll find another place for you and your people where you can live in peace. Juru says if that could happen, it would be great. Then suddenly, he stabs himself with the beast spear. After this, Juru says to his siblings that if you are going to survive, you cannot give up your human forms. Maybe there is no place left for us in this world. After this, Juru dies, and this makes Ushio and everyone sad. And this brings us to the end of this episode.